Hi, this is Janai Moorhead with Foundation Consultants, and today I'll be coming to you with a short video on proactive and reactive grants. And proactive grants are where you have an idea and go and find a funder and propose the idea to them to get funded. That means you're not waiting. You are going to be proactive at seeking funding, and you're not in the room with a bunch of people. You've come to the funder and you have asked specifically to be funded for a certain project. And then the reactive grant are the most common ones where you see them online and or in some area where you always look for grants and they have a beginning date, end date, and the funder is sending out a request for proposal or a request for application. And so I wanted to preface it by a story about one of my students. I was teaching a class, a grant writing class, and we were also talking about fundraising, and we were going over our proposals, our proactive proposals, and cover letters. And I encouraged the class to raise funds in the 7 weeks that we actually were in the class. And through that, my students have raised thousands of dollars. I think the highest was $100,000 in 7 weeks. And so this one particular student uh, went to a concert and he bought tickets behind the line, which were the cheaper tickets. And he got there early and sat down, and no one was there. The concert pretty much was empty. And in walks uh, a couple that he knows in the community that are philanthropists, and he could not believe it. He was like, "Oh, do I talk to them? Do I not talk to them?" Well, I taught him to be aggressive, kindly aggressive, and talk to them, form a relationship. Because how many of you know that you do well or better with people giving them money with when they have a relationship with you? So um, he said that he had to cross a rope, and he looked both ways for security because he was nervous. And he's a tall guy with long legs, and so he cleared the rope easily. And he wished them a happy evening or good evening, and let them know that he recognized them and that he was happy to meet them. And then he took the time to make the pitch, which he actually practiced in class before then. And he did not expect to see these people at all. So he did pitch his organization, and he apologized and said he hoped he wasn't bothering them. But they were very enthusiastic and very happy that he was courageous enough to do so. And so he, after his pitch, the question to him was, "How much would you like?" And he said he was shaking in his boots. As I was listening to the story, so was I. And so he came back to class and he asked me, "How much?" And I said, "Well, how much do you need?" He said, "I need $25,000. And I said, "Well, you just met these people. Okay." I said, "And you want a long term relationship. Let's go a little lower." And so he said, "Well, I can do a 10 and I can raise the other 15 by through other funders." I said, "Well, let's start with 10 and then let's build a relationship." Okay. And so he wrote the letter. I looked at the letter, and then he submitted it. And then he happily um, brought the letter back with the approval of 6,000. I said, "Well, good. That's the beginning. At least now you have a relationship. They know who you are and what you do." And so now I'm going to go into the short lesson that I want to share with you about proactive and reactive funding. Thanks for listening. Hello, everybody. This is Janai Moorhead of Foundation Consultants. And have you ever heard of anyone getting money for a grant and you didn't know where it came from? You didn't see the announcement? Well, that is what I'm going to talk about today. So today's subject is proactive and reactive grants. And today I'm on the Candid Learning site, and we'll get into that. But I want to explain what they are first so you can follow me. So a proactive grant is a grant where you have an idea and you seek out a funder and then you propose. And a proactive grant requires perhaps a phone call, an inquiry, and then a proposal. And so then a reactive grant is something that you react to. A request for a proposal comes out on a website or some type of social site, and then you react to them like, oh my God, I have to apply for that. And so today I'm going to show you examples of both. First, I'll show you the reactive grant, where we can see through our city websites, our county websites, and sometimes the state and federal government. They set a timeline, comes out, they tell you when it's due, and what all goes into it, and so forth and so on. And so here I have one that's actually due today. I pulled it up. It is from the county, and oops, wrong one. That was a mistake. Okay, it's from the county, and it is a request. And so we have RFA, which is request for applications, or RFP, which is request for proposals. Either way, an entity is requesting. And so then you react to the request and decide whether you want to place a proposal to that entity. And then there is the other type of grant, which I'm going to show you how to find it. And it is a proactive grant, which means that you are far ahead of the game. You're thinking about what you need, or what your constituents need, rather, and you're going to ask for it. You're going to find the funder and you're going to ask for it. And so I'll give you a place where you can find plenty of examples and lots of great knowledge. And that is the Candid Foundation Center. And they are a wonderful place. I have used them in many of my classes, and I thought I'd give you some information from it also. And they're also fun to teach from. They have so many knowledgeable things. But if you just Google Candid or candid.org, you'll probably come to this page here that you're seeing. And they have many websites: Candid, Candid Learning. I use Candid Learning quite a bit. Candid Learning for funders. So that'll be a fun place for you to see what funders are learning. And then GuideStar, I use GuideStar a lot. And so maybe I'll do an additional video on GuideStar, but right now we are on Candid. All right, so from the Candid site, we went over to, of course, we were on Candid Learning, and then we went over to resources and hit the sample documents. So now we are in the resources sample documents page, and you may have to refresh your page. I had some difficulty getting to the sample documents. It kept filtering my choices. But now here, I'm scrolling down, and they have cover letters, letters of inquiry, letter proposals, proposal budgets, and full proposals. And so you can look at all of these and get an example of a proactive grant. And many of these people have relationships with the funders. They probably met them, or they have had a long relationship with them where they have provided value to them, and now they may be coming back. So you'll see them making the proposals, and within the proposals, you'll also see at the beginning, you will see the funder talking about the grant, and you may see the award letter. So let's look at one that I did pull up. This one is a full proposal. It's rather long. This is new settlement apartments, and I picked this one because I like housing. And they are proposing to the to the Charles Hayden Foundation for capacity building. And so if you look at the dates are a bit way back, but they're very good proposals. And the reason that the dates are older is to protect the privacy of the nonprofit. So as you can see, they have a the cover letter included in the grant, and then they have it by contents. And I'm going to just go through here because you can actually go through all of them as many times as you want, okay? But they have the heart of the grant, and then included in that, they also have the budget. So I wanted to, just to make sure that you know how to access this, let me see if I can find another one. I saw another one that I really like. I like the outdoors. And my friends who are watching says, probably saying, I knew it. Okay, but here is a cover letter from the Outdoor Explorations to Carl and Ruth Shapiro Family Foundation. And what they are doing is they're requesting for multi-year support for capacity building. So let's just look at this cover letter. And it should be downloading. Let's see here. If it's not downloading, it's right in front. Oh, here it is. Okay, download. All right. And so you can see here that the proposal was some time ago. But again, the Shapiro Family Foundation is writing. You can see the cover letter here. And they're making a request, and you can see the parts of the cover letter. And so again, take your time, look at all of these, enjoy them, and you can never say that no one ever showed you their grant because all of these people submitted their grants, and in some of them you will actually see the funder talking. Okay, when you click on the grant. Okay, and so I want you to get familiar with these, and if you need to see any wording, if you need to see what people say and how they say it, then this is a really, really good place to find out and also to explore the resources. So this is Janai Moorhead at Foundation Consultants. Please visit my website at foundationconsultants.org, sign up for my newsletter, and also find me on social media. I am on Instagram at Janai Moorhead, and I'm also on Facebook at Janai Moorhead, or you can find me at Foundation Consultants, and then you can DM me, and please subscribe, like this video, and definitely share it with your friends. Take care.